Hi everyone, welcome to Stout Wealth. Today we will talk about top financial tips for students. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to get updates on our latest videos. Today's episode is all about how to budget as a student. So, if you're one of the millions of students attending a university, chances are your head is spinning from all the expenses. Textbooks, meal cards, dorm room student fees, club fees, and organizational fees. And we haven't even mentioned the tuition itself. It's no wonder that having some extra cash on the side can be a challenge. That's why the earlier you start thinking about your financial situation, the better off you'll be. In this video, we'll go over some tips on how you can potentially improve your financial situation in college while providing some useful tricks on how to save and have some pocket money for going out. Be sure to stay till the end. You will not want to miss the most important financial tip for students. Now, let's get started. Number 1. Create a budget and stick to it. It goes without saying that the first step of financial planning is to create your own personal budget. All budgets include the same basic elements, income and expenses. However, a personal budget categorizes all your expenses so that you know exactly how much you can expect to spend and whether you'll have enough money to cover all your costs. And the trick to any budget is to stick to it. This can be challenging, which is why it is important to include some space for miscellaneous costs. Number 2. Avoid credit cards as much as possible. Going into college is like setting sail in a vast ocean or soaring through the stars. But if that's true, the credit card companies would be the sharks or the black holes. If given the chance, they'll pounce on inexperienced freshmen who are newly independent and living on their own for the first time. Naturally, the prospect of easy money excites them. However, that easy money costs a steep price. If you don't pay off your credit card bills each month, you'll have to pay accruing high interest rates. And if you miss a payment, not only will you incur a late fee, but it can also hurt your credit score. It may not seem important now, but a bad credit score will harm your chances of getting a mortgage on a house, a business loan, insurance, and any other banking service. That being said, having a credit card is useful for emergencies, but make sure you can pay them off in full every month. For example, if you don't have a cash on hand and somebody in your family is sent to the hospital or passes away, a credit card will allow you to quickly buy a ticket to visit home. But try to save credit cards as a last option. Number 3. Minimize your student debt. This is very similar to the second point on our list. Considering how severe the student debt crisis in America is, it's worth mentioning most students need some amount of student loans to pay their tuition and other required expenses. However, while those student loans may seem interest-free at first, once you graduate, the interest rates quickly skyrocket. There are countless stories of people who have paid back the original amount they borrowed, only to discover that the principal remains unaffected, and their 20 years of payment had gone purely towards interest. In other words, borrow only what you absolutely need, and spend the amount you borrowed on absolutely essential requirements like tuition. Don't use student loans for new cars, clothes, or parties.
Number 4. Don't buy brand new textbooks. Brand new textbooks can quickly rack up over $1,000 each semester. What's worse is that the textbooks you buy, you usually only need for one course and then you're done with it forever. The worst case scenario is when your teacher demands you buy a book only for you to either use it for 1 or 2 chapters, or you may never use it at all. Fortunately, many students have probably been through the same course as you in previous semesters, so there are likely many used copies available for sale. Buying used can easily save up to 50% if not more. That means that the extra $500 can be put towards something more useful. Number 5. Take advantage of student discounts. Many places from cafes and restaurants to stores and venues offer special student discounts. Travel opportunities are also usually cheaper as well. Trains, buses, and hostels often give student rates. So, if you want to treat yourself or go out, keep in mind that there might be special offers available to you because of your student status. Number 6. Learn to live within your means. As a college student, the latest iPhone, eating out multiple times each week, and designer clothes should be the least of your concerns. If you have no job or other income streams, then you should minimize what you get. If your phone breaks, consider either a cheaper Android or older iPhone model. Don't buy brand name, go generic instead. These small choices will quickly add up.
Number 7. Apply for funding. There are multiple scholarships, grants, mini grants, and stipends available for students who satisfy the requirements. Some people can get scholarships if they're from an underrepresented community, such as a female or an ethnic minority in computer science. In some cases, scholarships can even be renewed for 2, 3, or 4 years so long as you can prove you're still enrolled and in good academic standing. Each of these typically requires an application complete with a cover letter and explanation of how you'd plan to use the funds if you'd win them. Number 8. Get a part-time job. In a perfect world, if you're a student, you'll have the ability to focus 100% on your studies. Unfortunately, this isn't a perfect world and everyone needs to find ways to finance their education. This doesn't need to be anything extremely exciting. Countless student jobs are available near campuses, whether it's working as a library receptionist, a cafe barista, or a professor's teaching assistant. Be sure to watch our other financial related videos. Till next time!